All right, let's get you up here.
Hooray!
Okay, hello,
I've been
Danny.
successfully airlifted.
Yes, we're just waiting out. There's Nicole, and then we just need D.
I did it.
You did it.
There she is. All right, we go. That.
Ooh. Goodness
Oh.
gracious.
There you go.
Let's
Sorry.
get D back up here.
Yeah, bring D back.
D, no.
She
Did
got
y'all
lost.
just kick me out?
No,
I didn't.
I was kicked out.
I did
Sorry,
not
D.
kick anybody out. I just
Only cool
had
cats
to
allowed.
leave the other stage first.
Wow.
Wait, are you
was
saying
about
you're
to-
not cool enough?
I was about to say and start up the intro, but you disappeared.
That
But
is
anyways,
heartbreaking.
It is.
Look, Spark's always saying
Alright.
how stinky you are.
Wow.
Of course. No, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I will control myself.
Conform. Take shower. Conform.
All right. Hello, everyone, to day 2 of the Sonic Revolution online convention, and we are here with the Becoming a Sonic VTuber panel with Danny, CuteyTCat, SPD64 Nicole, and D. I'm joined by my co-host Angel Rhodes.
Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hope you guys
everyone.
I was just say hi. Yeah, hi.
Yes.
I don't know why my brain turned off for a hot second.
No, same.
It's a very
Guys,
cat-themed
the brain's gotta be
panel as
on.
well.
It's true. It is very cat theme. Even though my profile
Yeah.
picture is my human Sona.
Oh,
But yeah, cat
Danny,
theme.
No, you should be a
Daddy.
cat.
It's my
Yeah.
Halloween costume. I'm
You should be
one
a
Ladybug.
good
job.
cat.
You're right.
You're
I did have
failing.
one
You're
job.
failing. You're
I'm
failing as part
failing?
of the cat club. Yeah, you're failing.
Wait, I'll
Dang.
change my icon real fast.
A bunch of girl failures in here.
Let me find my I have this horrifying one, but I'm not gonna choose that. It would be funny.
Why not?
You
it
left
color.
it on.
Okay, guys. Scary one or cute Halloween cat? Which one?
You Halloween cat one.
It's too cute. I feel like you're gonna go like crazy with the spooky one.
All right, 2 votes for cute. What do you think, D?
I like cute. Yeah.
All right. Everyone's eyes will be saved today. Let me
You're
find.
scary. You're scary.
Wow. And while she's doing that, if you guys have questions, you can raise your hand and we'll bring you up one by one.
Yeah, but before we answer questions, we gotta go and talk about what it was like starting VTubing and our VTuber career and whatnot. And the first one who should talk about that is Nicole.
Cool.
Take it away,
Yeah,
Nicole.
I'm the sacrificial lamb, everyone.
Yes.
Go for it. Hey,
So for those who don't know, also I'm editing my profile picture to match Halloween.
Spooky time.
For those who don't know, yeah, I'm SPD64. I've been around way too long. I think it's like 16 years. In the Sonic space, mainly content creation, but I did eventually go into streaming. Oh god, I can't remember what year exactly, but I remember using Google Hangouts to live stream because that was like the main source of live streaming on YouTube at that point. I think you could. I think OBS was out, but I just didn't know how to use it. But yeah, I used Google Hangouts, and then obviously more recently, it's been about a year. I've been doing VTubing with my VTuber model. That was very kindly made by Danny.
Hi, that's me.
Yeah. And what's funny is that I think at least a year or 2 prior to me actually using it, Danny had made it. So for a good year at least, the model was just kind of collecting dust. Because I was in the process of building my current PC. So I wanted to wait until I had a better PC to stream it, and now I stream it. and I love it. And we're actually just hit the donation goal of a 2.0 model. So me and Danny will be cooking that up at some point.
I'm very
Yes.
excited to get to drawing and making
Yeah.
and creating.
Yeah. I would say now, this panel is obviously about how do you get into VTubing and streaming and all that. I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan when I do it. I'm just kind of like, all right, like every Saturday or Sunday, I'm like, all right, what do I want to stream? And I've just kind of picked games in my Steam library. I'm like, that in Yakuza.
Yeah.
I've been playing for the Yakuza games lately. Yeah, I kind of just go in with no plan. I'm in the mindset of, because there are definitely a bunch of games where I really enjoy them, but I hate to stream them. And what I mean by that is there are just some games where, again, great, they're great to play and I don't dislike them, but in terms of streaming material, in terms of being able to commentate over it, like if it's a super chill game, I don't stream it because I get too relaxed and it's a bit too slow and it ends up just being a really quiet stream.
Yeah.
So I tend to just be like, all right, I'm not going to stream that. I would hate to stream it. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like VTubing has become so popular in the last few years, which makes me happy, and it makes me really happy. There's more Sonic VTubers coming out.
Yeah, there's been so many new ones.
OCs, for it. I don't know. It's a nice kind of evolution for Sonic OCs, I think. Because I know that back when I started, I don't think many people use Sonic OCs for YouTube videos, which is why I started to use, the one I currently have. Currently have, as if I'm going to change it. Yeah. Anyway, I've been yapping. I'm gonna let Danny go. You're next.
Okay.
I'm choosing you.
Cool.
I'm yammering. I'm yapping. I'm an old lady.
It's okay. You can keep yapping. Take up all the time so no one can answer their questions.
No, I'm gonna be like
Wow.
an old lady in the rocking chair, being like, back in my day,
back in
there was
my
Google
day.
Plus.
Nicole panel.
No, please.
I am curious about one thing though. How did streaming on workouts even how did that work? Like
I'm trying to remember.
Streaming on workouts? Well, you don't really get a camera at the perfect angle.
On Hangouts. Hold on. On Hangouts.
I think you had to go into you had to set up a Google Hangout channel and group call, kind of like a Discord Skype situation. And then oh my god, it was so many years ago. And you had to do that via Gmail. And get everyone's Google email. And then select, I think connect your YouTube and Google, and then go into Google Hangouts and set up the stream. And you could screen share, but the screen share wasn't good. It was really laggy.
Oh my god.
The old days of Google Hangouts.
I remember gameplay that I would stream wasn't even mine, it was my friends playing games. Because I didn't have a capture card. The most that I would stream on my end, screen share wise, would be any art related stuff. But even that was really low quality. It was really low quality.
Fair enough, honestly. Your computer
Yeah.
can only handle so much.
I'm glad that we've evolved to no more Google Hangout live streams.
Evolved from the chains that bind me.
Honestly.
Yeah, but I'll talk about my experience. So, when it came to me and VTubing, so I first started out streaming normally. Usually I would just be streaming with my friends and I would be drawing all the time, and that's what the stream was the main focus of. And then I saw VTubing from Iron Mouse and Shy Lily, and I started getting really invested in this kind of technology and what it was about. And back then it was still very, very early on, very rare to see what VTubers were. But once I think I started making VTubers around a year or two, once I started getting more popular. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to learn how to use these programs and make these things, because having my character be able to talk and speak and move to my own body movements. That was just like mind blowing. Like, you know, it's like with VR chat, if you have a custom model for your character, a lot of people make their sonas and identify with them. So being able to see them move and come to life was just so crazy to me that I just had to hop onto it. And that was my main inspiration for starting VTubing to begin with, just because I love the idea of being able to represent yourself even further than what we had back then. You know, because back then it was pretty limiting. Maybe you could have like some art, you know, like even PNG reactives didn't really exist at that time. It was mostly just standstills because there was no software or program to react to your voice. And then from there, you know, I just kept working on VTuber models. Because I was one of the early Sonic content creators who were making VTuber models, I was able to get like a lot of early commissions to kind of just build upon that and then keep going from there. D,
And you've
turn.
really improved as well, like with your rigging
Wow.
style.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
With your like current model, it's so cute.
Yeah, she's so fluent and bouncy now, especially compared to version 1. Oh my gosh. Guys,
I
do
think I
yourself
remember
a
seeing
favor.
version 1.
Get a good webcam, because version 1 Danny, the webcam, it might have also been the program I was using at the time, because it wasn't what am I using right now? What do we all use?
What
Something
like,
very professional for sure.
like what
Something-
VTube Studio?
Yes. VTube Studio. Because I was like, there's so many programs I use. But the first program I used, I think it was like PRPR Live. And the webcam I had at the time could not track my eyes properly. So I had to hook it up to my mouse. So if my mouse went somewhere, my eyes would follow. Or else my eyes would just be shaking the entire time. It looked like I was crazy.
I remember the glow up from your old model. It was insane.
Yeah, and like the facial
Yeah.
expressions and everything. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, Daddy, please, please.
Daddy, I gotta upgrade. Yeah. So the tracking that I use now, which is the reason why my tracking is so good is because I use my iPhone. Because I think iPhone 11 to 13 up all have a specific program in them that helps them track facial movements better, and also getting a program called VBridger helps it extend those facial expressions even more, so you can have even more things like pouting and like moving your mouth side to side. People can see me chew now. Like very accurately when I have a snack, it's very obvious when I got one. Or when I'm like drinking something. Before, when I had my old model and I would drink something and I was using my old webcam, it looked like I was tweaking out a little bit, but now it actually tracks it properly. So having a proper webcam is very important. You know, because sometimes like I'll make VTuber models and I'll give them to people, and because they don't have the proper webcam for them, they aren't able to utilize the VTuber 100%, which sucks.
Yeah.
There's so many like hidden expressions too that they'll never unlock.
A world of expression.
True.
Yeah, the world of expression.
I might
But-
take and try that one of these days using my iPhone.
Also, chatbots
Yes.
are very fun. Like text-to-speech chatbots.
Oh,
'Cause that's
I
what
love Chappy.
I use my little Chappy. And
Yeah,
that's fun.
such a
That's
silly
also a fun
guy.
way for the chat to get involved. As well.
Yeah, now D, you can tell
D.
us about your experience. What's it like being a PNG tuber? What's it like not being able to move like your head back and forth?
Whoa.
Oh, you're so kind to me. Thank you so
Whoa.
much. That
Whoa.
is such a
The
lovely way to introduce me.
Immediate attack from Danny. Danny, are you trying to hint at D to commission you or something? Like, what's going on? Is this you?
No. You after that one, I am expecting a model from you for Christmas, okay?
I can
Anyway.
make you a chibi. You want a little chibi, and then you can have your little like arm sleeves wiggle around.
Yes.
Oh, that's the point
Okay.
as well. Danny also made the little wiggles that you see.
Yeah,
I even have one.
wiggles.
Yeah, I do have the wiggles.
Anyway, so go on, D.
Okay, so hello everyone. For the ones that don't know me, I am Dee. I'm a freelance Sonic artist, content creator, and VTuber. I have been involved in the Sonic community for a very long time, but only started becoming more active around 3-ish years ago. And about a year and a half, I started VTubing on Twitch. And a funny story about that is, unlike these two old grandmas that have been doing this
Whoa.
forever,
All right, I didn't say anything mean.
Look, your tax money is gonna go to my retirement, okay?
this is my time to shine. It's my time to shine. But yeah, unlike Nicole and Danny, I actually never had any type of inclination towards Twitch or streaming or anything of the sorts. When I came back to the Sonic fandom, I was just sharing my art, right? I was just an artist, and I started building up my community, my Discord server, the bubble, and I would often stream art in there, stream commissions, just hang out with everyone, and eventually my community started talking to me like, "Hey D, streamer Arquen," and I'd be like, "What? You know, me streaming? Nah." But a lot of people started bringing it up, like, "Hey, I think it'd be very fun on Twitch. I'd really like to see you on Twitch. You should try Twitch, this, that." And eventually, I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll try it." I made a silly, very simple PNG tuber model. It barely had any movement at all. It was just like nearly two frames. I planned my whole debut. It was in, if I remember correctly, I think it was in December from 2024. It was cold. It was definitely
Right.
December. No, but it wasn't that long ago. And I did my debut, and it blew up in my first stream. I was already affiliate, which was insane. I was not expecting any of that, and my Twitch started growing very quickly, and people loved it. And I didn't have that previous interest to streaming and to Twitch, but with the love from the community, it started growing on me, and it ended up being something that I actually like doing for myself. But it really came from the community, so I think I've always thought that was an interesting thing, because it's not something I would have tried for myself. But now it's been nearly 2 years that I've been doing it, and for me, the fact that I get to interact with the community and do all this fun stuff. Some of the things that I like doing the most is community engagement streams. So like OC appreciation streams, ranking OCs, playing games with the audience, all that type of good stuff. Collabs with other content creators. That is really, to me, is what makes streaming and VTubing fun, is connecting with everyone around me. And I think that's essentially what I can say about my experience so far, as I'm fairly recent around Twitch, but I'm really having a good time with it.
Yeah.
As long as you're having fun.
I think D, out of the three of us, is the only one that streams on Twitch. Actually, now
That
that I
is
think about it.
true.
'Cause
Yeah.
I stream on YouTube.
I used to be more active on Twitch, but then I had to
Same.
stop. But I
I
will be active
actually-
again one day, maybe next year.
I actually started streaming on YouTube because of you too. Because I used to stream only on Twitch, and now I'm doing dual platform because of you too.
Oh,
Yeah, doing
that's
dual
true.
streaming is really good because you never know where you'll grow more from, and it's just more content. And also, a lot more people have YouTube accounts compared to Twitch accounts.
For
Yeah.
me, it's more so just keeping everything in one place as well. Like, it's just kind of more convenient, and they don't get rid of the VODs after a certain amount of days.
True.
like,
Yeah.
on YouTube. But for me, it's mainly just to keep everything in place. It's neat and tidy for this grandma.
I figured
Yeah.
that growing on YouTube now is a lot harder than it was back then. And I feel like it's harder to grow on YouTube than it is on Twitch.
Oh yeah, for sure, because of
Definitely
YouTube's
vouch.
algorithm.
YouTube's
Yeah.
algorithm is very hard to figure out what's good and what's not good. Also with Twitch, like one of my favorite features about it is the fact that you can raid your friends and like show your
Yeah.
audience different people because
Yeah.
it's like, hey, me and my friend have a pretty close personality. Check them out. Maybe you'll like them. And it just helps
Absolutely.
like sharing that audience and introducing people.
Yeah, YouTubers
Yeah.
yet to implement something like that. So I'm still waiting.
I wish they would. I wish they would. Dude, you said also Twitch points. Yeah, Twitch points are so much fun. Like one of the reasons why I like streaming on Twitch was because you could do funny things with Twitch points. Having chat have that like interactive ability makes it so much better. But
Yeah.
Wait, the raid
Yeah.
feature is only available to people with 100,000 subs. Wait, it's on YouTube?
okay, so there is a raid. I saw a couple people do a raid, but I don't know how to activate the raid
what?
feature.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
a
Google
new
this.
feature.
We're all
I didn't even
learning
know that.
something. Oh my god,
We're
even
learning.
us.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll get a point system. Maybe.
One
but
can dream.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know what? Let's go talk about, before getting into VTubing. So, what do you think the biggest mistakes are that people make when getting into VTubing, guys?
Not
I know one of
promoting
them.
yourself.
Yeah,
Like not
I would
actually
say
promoting yourselves
spending
on different
a
platforms.
lot of money before streaming.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say too. Like investing too much
Yeah.
right at the start.
Yeah,
And mainly because from what I've seen, like starting my streaming and VTubing journey fairly recently, you can get a full setup for a fairly cheap amount of money. If you don't know how to make it yourself, there are a lot of cheap or free assets out there. So yeah, it's not custom made to yourself and to what you want your brand to be. But to start out, you can get all the assets you need for like less than $50. Less. I've actually done those tests, and
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm actually working a video on that. That is, I think it's along the lines of VTubing on a budget. And I think I was researching and looking around, and I managed to find all the assets that a VTuber would need for like less than 20 euros. And because there's a lot of platforms that even give those assets for free, and granted, again, it's not custom, it's not exactly what you want, but when you're just starting out, putting a huge amount of money on it is first, it's not going to help out, and then it can be demotivating if you don't instantly see the outcome that you want to see.
Yeah.
I was gonna say as well, like focusing too much on viewer count as well, and like
Yeah.
subscriber count and follower count, because you're not gonna even just like similar to making a YouTube account, you're not gonna pop off immediately. It's so rare for anyone to pop off immediately.
Sometimes there are miracles that happen. If YouTube blesses you, then maybe you'll have a clip or something pop off. But usually from the start, it really is a whole advertising game, if I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, and
It's all about
networking
getting
and
out there.
everything.
Yeah. Networking
And-
is the most important part.
I
Which
think
I'm
it's because
really bad at.
with streaming, it's so personal as well because people
Mm-hmm.
watch them for you, and so it is very, very easy to take it super personally when no one. I don't want to say no one's watching, but not as many people are watching as you would like, or like your peers are getting more numbers than you are because you're like, oh, why don't they like me? Why do they like my streams? I've had moments like that. But I think the problem with that is it takes away from the people that are there and watching your streams, because they enjoy it, like it's, excuse me, like even, I don't know, like 10 or 20 people, that's like a whole, I don't know, like classroom of people, right?
Yeah, like right now, this is a pretty full classroom.
That's what I mean. Like, this is still a lot of people in the grand scheme of things. So, from the get-go, or even, like, throughout your streaming career, I guess, like, try not to focus too much on viewer count. I mean, obviously, I don't want to say, like, don't completely pay attention to it, because obviously you kind of need to pay attention to it in terms of like picking games and what to stream. But I do think you shouldn't focus on it so much that it kind of burns you out almost or demotivates you from continuing.
Yeah. Another thing to consider is like, what are your streams' main focus? Like, is your main focus that you want to stream with your friends, or do you want it to be more of a by yourself solo stream?
That actually ties into another thing that I was going to mention. That is, I've had a few friends that have started streaming recently, and they always ask me about the same questions. And they're like, "Oh, but how do I get people to notice me? How do I collab with this streamer I like? How do I get inside the community? I don't want to be annoying." And I'm like, "No, be annoying." How are
Be annoying.
literally no, but I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Like, how are people going to know that you exist if they
Yep.
don't see you?
It
If
is
you're
true.
not there, being annoying, marking your presence, reaching out to the people you want to connect with, how are you going to get seen? You won't. And you're like, "Oh, but I don't want to be annoying." You have to. Because
Yeah.
you're not. You're networking. Networking is so important.
Yeah.
Networking
on a
means gotta
job
be
like
annoying.
this.
Talk to your mutuals. Because
Yeah,
I
like-
guarantee both of you are feeling like, oh, I don't want to bug them. Oh, I don't want to be annoying. When actually you both really want to talk to each other.
Yes,
Absolutely,
no,
like,
that is a thought that goes into my mind all the time. Like,
Yeah, it's very real. Like for example, for everyone that can still be skeptical about that advice, like, Danny and Nicole have been doing this for years. Some of you have been watching them since you were literal children. I have been streaming for like less than 2 years, and I'm here with them, and I collab with them, and I'm friends with them because I reach out. I make myself seen.
that is
And
true.
that
D has a special badge
networking
of
is very
honor
important.
saying
Yeah,
I'm
D
friends
broke
with.
in at one point.
It's
I
true. She
am-
broke in. I will say this though. I will say this. Like before D started streaming, I was a fan of her work for a long time as well. Like I followed her, like I would watch some of her YouTube videos as well, and I would see you create and make stuff, and I was like, this is really cool. So now getting the opportunity to actually talk to you and hang out with you, because like back then, when it came to me reaching out to people, I was always really bad with it. Like a lot of people here in chat can relate, you know, there's that anxiety, there's that fear. There's also the issue of like, you know, maybe you've been in a friend group before and bad things happen and you don't want to get used or hurt again type of stuff, and you want to like be overly cautious of who you connect with and who you let into your lives. Because, you know, not everyone is a good person, not everyone has the right intentions when it comes to being your friend. So I can understand that fear and anxiety of like talking to other people, being open, and making new friends. But it's just one of those things where you realize that after a long time, if you get hurt, you know, and if that person is not good for you, you cut them out. You know, make connections with people who you care about, vibe with people who have the same interests as you, and
Absolutely.
just don't be afraid. You know, like life is all about learning. Everyone's always afraid about getting hurt, but if you don't get hurt, you'll never grow and improve in
Oh
life.
my god, live and learn, Danny.
Live and learn.
Literally.
Oh my god, the hedgehog was right.
The hedgehog
There-
was always right. His words had something.
We can't escape him.
Never.
It's something that is very real. Is like the no is always there, but you'll never get the yes if you don't try to get it. So I feel like networking is very important when it comes to Twitch. And I was looking at the chat, and Kenny was also, I think it was Kenny. Someone was saying, no, it was Ciaoodee. To make
Snooty.
sure to network properly, not just spam and stuff if they don't respond right away. And that's true. Like, you reach out, if you get an answer, great. That's one more person you can network with. If not, you keep going about your stuff. You keep
Yeah.
working and connecting with other people. And that doesn't mean that your content is not good or you're not good, or people are busy, or maybe for some reason they just not connect with your energy specifically, and that doesn't mean they don't like you or think you're a bad person. That just means that people connect with different types of people, and that isn't exactly a personal attack. There's a lot of over the years I've learned that when it comes to a field that has to do a lot with personal interactions with other creatives, you really have to separate yourself from your work and from how you are perceived professionally. Because anyone that thinks that we act exactly the same way that we act on Twitch or on YouTube, that's a lie.
No, it's true
Yeah.
for me. It's true for me.
It's
Yeah,
not.
No,
I'm
not.
a menace to my
I've shared-
family.
I've
It
shared
is
an
not.
Airbnb. I've shared an
true.
Airbnb with Danny. Danny's
You
pretty
live
much
with
the
me.
same. Yeah.
You've lived with me. You know what I'm like.
You know how I'm
It's
telling
actually
you that
worse
it's
off
not.
stream, Johnny. How
because-
dare you?
Exactly. You're actually worse off stream.
No,
I guess
you can't say that. You haven't met me in real life yet.
Yet. I guess on a more serious note as well, is to be smart with how much you reveal about yourself online.
Mhm.
Know
Yeah.
your boundaries. Because there are people that will take advantage of that. Especially if you're, not to make this a gender thing, but especially if you are a female. Just like, I don't know, like, don't share everything in your personal life. Try and, like, obviously keep that separate. But even at conventions or whatever, like, just know your own boundaries and make it known. Because parasocialism is a thing, unfortunately.
Yes.
Online, and it's really sad to see VTubers in any community, or like even non-VTubers, right? Like anyone that streams, you get people that are very parasocial because boundaries aren't set. Not necessarily like the streamer's fault, but like, you know, just because some people in chat assume, I guess,
So
that they
for
can get away.
example, I
Yeah.
would say this. Like, let's say, for example, there's a joke and all of chat is in on it. Well, sometimes people will take, like, not just that joke, but maybe other jokes too far, and they'll just keep coming at them with, like, different things, being like, oh, but you're used to being talked like this, right?
Yeah.
So it's fine. And
Or like
it's
if you
yeah.
if you have friends on stream and you kind of banter with each other and insult each other, you
Yeah.
know, there are people in chat that will assume that they can do that when it's like, well, no, like you can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Some people enjoy the banter, other people don't enjoy the banter. Really, it's just like reading the vibe of the room. I've had people that, you know, there's been like a lot of people who've definitely taken it too far to where it's like, okay, guys, we got to reel it back because now you're making my guest sad or uncomfortable. Or there've been people who've genuinely asked where I live, and I'm like,
yeah.
no, I'm not telling you that.
Yeah. Like I don't mean to be a grandma in that sense, being like, I'll be safe. But like I
Genuinely,
do
you
think
do,
it's
though.
I do think it is important to kind of state if you are streaming, because you are putting yourself out there in a way. And it's just unfortunately very easy for people to take it too far. So just, I guess, be mindful. I don't want to like scare anyone away from FreeTuber when I say this. It's just, you know, it's, I guess, the honest truth that there is that risk. It's still very rewarding. You know, like Dee said, you know, the fact that we're all here together, and everything like that. But there is obviously, you know, you still have to be careful. You can't go in and just reveal so much about yourself, because it is, you know, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And like Danny said, there's been a good few of us that have been unfortunately called out, I guess, in that regard. Like I know that I've had times where people have come into my chat asking if they can date like my friends. And it's like,
No.
it's just like, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
honey.
you have different stories. My story is like, I've had people come in, realize I'm taken, and then say things like, "Oh, I wish I met Danny sooner."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Point is,
Oh
be
my
safe.
god.
Yeah.
Be safe on the internet, kids. Is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. I wanted to
I'm-
get that
oh my
point
God.
across.
I've had a
I'm
lot of
quite lucky on
people
that part.
admit their crushes to me as well. Okay, so here's the funny thing. So, because I do commissions, and with most VTubers and stuff, you don't really get to have that interaction to talk with them. But if they accept commissions, as you know, we all do, sometimes there are certain people who, in the commissions, will admit that they have crushes on me, and I'm like, oh wow, this definitely hasn't made it awkward or anything. Well, would you like the sketch?
Yeah. I've definitely had people commission me just to be able to talk to me, and I'm like, no. It's important to be able to put down boundaries when you're interacting with an audience, for sure.
Stand up
Yes.
for yourself. I mean, even not just audiences, but like if you're collabing with someone and they're pushing your boundaries, it's very easy to fall into kind of a people pleaser mindset. I know I have. I think it's only about this year I would say that I've started to kind of be a bit more firm with my boundaries. Because I was always
I
always
shake you.
I was always so worried about like, oh, what if people don't get offended or sad, even if it meant that I was if I was making myself sad and uncomfortable, which that's no good. That's not okay. As
Yeah,
Sonic
no.
would say.
That's as Sonic would say. Haha, Nicole, that's never okay.
That's no good. Okay,
Your
but hear me
boundaries.
out.
So good.
Hear me out. If you're a people pleaser, it makes me sad and uncomfortable. If you make yourself sad and uncomfortable, nailed it.
Yeah, don't make, why did I say chat? Wow. I was gonna say don't make D sad.
Don't make
streamer
chat
brain
sad.
rot. The streamer brain rot. Yeah,
Also, scuff is gonna be a thing.
Yes.
absolutely.
Scuff is 110% gonna be a thing.
As the scuff queen, what would you tell these people how to deal with
Alright,
scuff?
listen, I don't,
Uh-huh.
The only
How many
scuff queen is-
streams have
the
I
only
showed up
scuff
to where
queen
every
is
time it
Monarch.
happens a scuff?
Excuse you. How dare you?
No, you're the scuff queen of the Sonic community.
Sure. It's gonna happen. Your internet will go out at some point. Your stream will lag and drop frames. The game won't start. Things are going to go wrong. So don't be too disheartened if things go wrong in your stream.
Because they will.
No, they will.
Yeah.
They will.
will.
I've not met a single streamer where they've had no problems at all with any of their
Yes.
streams. It's going to happen at some point. Internet outages happen. PCs tend to be like, well, I don't want to work today. It happens. And quite honestly, you can turn it into a joke. Like I have a whole emote in my chat which has just the word scuff on it for whenever there is issues. Like you can make some fun out of it because the chat actually enjoys that because they're
The chat
mean.
enjoys your suffering, guys. It
They
enjoys
do.
your suffering. The more you
Yeah.
suffer, the happier chat is.
After
is
we
what I'm
just said to state your boundaries.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh, Gandhi.
This reminds me of another point I wanted to bring up as well when it comes to like asking people to collaborate. So the biggest thing that you should have when you're collaborating is already, let's just say, a portfolio of what you've done. You need to show that you've streamed before. You need to show what your personality is. For example, if your Twitter is just posts of you going live, that's kind of boring. You should definitely mix it in with like just you talking about certain things, I don't know, commenting on your favorite things, posting about your day, just so people can understand what your personality is. But if your Twitter or whatever social media you're using is just post of like you going live, you going live, you going live, that doesn't really tell people who are meeting you for the first time what you're about. And
I literally had that situation happen a few weeks ago. A recent VTuber that is starting out recently, they reached out to me because they wanted to collab. And naturally, I went to check out their stuff because I wanted to see, like, do I vibe with their energy? Do I think we're going to hit it off? So I went to check their Twitch, and they didn't have anything on there. No clips, no VODs, nothing. No YouTube channel, no clips on Twitter. And I was just like, hey, Yeah, I would be down to collab, but like, do you have clips I can watch? Do you have anything that I can look at? Because I'm just not going to collab with someone I know nothing about, right? And I happen to do that, but if I was in a day where I was a lot more busy or I had a lot more DMs to answer to, I might have just not replied to that person because I'm busy, right? And that's something very important to have in mind. If you don't have a proper portfolio and if you're trying to connect with other people, not everyone is going to go out of their way to ask you for extra content, right? You should even send it to them. When I'm asking someone to collab, I usually either send like a nice video, a nice clip, something that can show my energy to the person I'm trying to connect with.
Yeah, and if someone you're reaching out to that you want to collab with says no, it doesn't necessarily mean that they dislike you or your content. Some people, I know I'm like this. Some people just tend to prefer to collab with people they know, beforehand, off stream.
Yeah.
You know, so you never know the reason why they would say no. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on to I have a couple more points. I'll try to make it not too long just so we can have time to answer questions because I know there's a lot of people who want to ask them. But
Yeah.
let's go over like how to make your character. So, one, when it comes to streaming, I know most people they kind of just like make their Sonic character and that's it. However, if you are starting fresh, then the most important role is to pick a style or design of a character that fits your unique voice and your personality. I think that's very important. Like, for example,
Yeah.
if you have like I don't know, maybe like a super happy, preppy voice, then it wouldn't make sense to have like a goth character as your avatar because it's like the personalities kind of don't mix too much. And
Hey, you can.
yeah, you can if you want to, you can, but normally, like for example, it's the same thing when it comes to companies like Hollow Live and stuff. Depending on the voice, Danny is goth. No. I would not fit that at all. But so for example, when it comes to Hollow Live, when a lot of these people recruit the talent they have, they see what their personality is like. One, you can also act. If you want to act, then you can. Or if you want to voice act your character, you also can. But usually what they do is like if they see like, oh, you have a very soft kind of voice, so you're gonna have a very soft character. Like, oh, your voice is more harsh, so you're gonna have like a more like harsh looking character. And a lot of audience appreciates that. For example, when it comes to Sonic characters, you have Sonic, the way he's designed is very cool and blue and always with the attitude. When it comes to Shadow, he's more brooding. Amy is pink, more happy, colorful, that kind of stuff. So you can kind of see where the connections are. And all you have to do is just find out what works out best for you and then produce more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then also when it comes to making VTubers, I'll just talk about this a little bit. So a lot of people ask how I do Sonic VTubers, and lots of layers, lots of mouth layers, lots of eye layers, hair layers, shading layers. Most VTubers I make are usually around 500. Well, it's between 1,000 to 300 layers depending on the complexity. Obviously, when it comes to Sonic characters, it's usually closer to like 300 to 500. And in order to get the perfect head angles, you should really study up on 3D models. See what the head looks like up, down, left, and right, and in the corners as well. And that will help you get the perfect shape that you need. So then when it turns around, it has that 3D effect. And usually when it comes to VTubers as well, it takes me like, if it's simple, it takes me a week. If it's complex, it takes me about like 2 to 3 months.
Oh, wow.
For that.
CuteyTCat tutorial when?
That is still not a long time, though. 3 months is not a long time at all.
Yeah.
There's a reason why VTubers are very expensive, guys. There is a reason.
Pay your artists.
Yeah.
Pay your
But
artists.
it's also absolutely fine to just have like a reactive PNG tuber.
Yeah.
Just 2 frames, mouth open, mouth closed, and to start out, that is perfectly okay. I've had a
Yeah.
PNG tuber for nearly 2 years, and
Yeah,
that's fine.
And even Emzberry, who sadly couldn't be here today. She's
Rest
fine.
in peace,
She's fine.
Emzberry.
No, she's fine.
Sadly
I'm pretty sure. It's just that she had to call out. But I was gonna say that for a while she used a PNG tuber as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
so
all
she
worked.
started off simple and small. We'll talk about Ems for a little bit since she's not here, and I'm sure she could like talk about this more. But for example, with the points that I mentioned before, Ems is very chaotic. Her entire streams is about being chaotic, being about the element of surprise, and being cute while doing it, which her VTuber model definitely shows, like you have the really cool, especially the human design. You have the very chaotic, funky design. The bedroom layout that she has is very chaotic, very pink, and she's very passionate as well. And it all goes into helping build like her persona, her career. It's easier to like figure out what she's about and really latch on to like the persona that she's built online.
Yeah. That's right. Should
Yeah.
we take questions? Because we're
Yeah,
just like
we can take
Let's
questions
go on to
now.
the questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we all the other points that I have here, we already talked about, like V2 being on a budget and stuff.
Danny has
Which,
a
by
list,
the
guys.
way, I made a list for this. But basically, guys, if you want to find assets, like free assets, stuff like that, look on Ko-fi, look on Etsy. Just be careful because sometimes Etsy might have some AI stuff that
I think
isn't
VGen
as
there's
high
some
quality.
Yeah.
free assets you can get.
VGen. Sometimes if you look it up on Twitter, people will advertise their Patreons and give free assets on their Patreons. But yeah, usually Ko-fi is the one that I would go to when it comes to assets. A lot of people put their stuff on there. But yeah, we can take questions now.
Yeah, let's go to the audience.
All right, Kevin said he had to speed run in contest. All right. Anyway, don't you choose? We'll try to maybe like take 1 or 2 or 3 questions, so you guys can choose.
I'm gonna pick Snooty.
Who you want? All right, Snooty,
Whoa.
Snooty.
Snooty. Hi, Snooty.
Hello.
Hello, it is I, fellow cat Google.
Hello.
Hello,
Welcome, fellow cat.
Hello, fellow superstar Danny. Nice to meet you, D. I've never met you before in my life ever, and it's actually nice to like talk with our voices together, Nicole. We've only ever
Yeah.
spoken.
It's nice to talk with our
In-
voices.
Yeah, we've only ever talked in like messages or like chat or something.
Yeah.
Like that, so
Please have
Yeah.
your question ready. We
I
are
have- like,
running
I know,
in
I
a
know,
little time.
I'm good. Yeah. So as someone who has also done streaming, well, you guys also do YouTube stuff too. Like you do videos and stuff. So I already personally know my answer to this, but I'm curious to know how you guys feel about this. What is easier, clicking the go live button and streaming to however many people you get at a time, or clicking the record button and just recording by yourself or with your friends, and then editing that video and then posting it later?
Streaming.
Yeah, streaming. 'cause you don't
Easily
have to do-
streaming.
You don't have to do any work. Like you just talk.
Yeah.
Like, if someone messes up, it's live. And I
Yeah.
don't have to think about editing that later.
Yeah, because we can just leave it as it is. It's raw.
Mhm.
It's raw.
Yeah, I
Untouched
figure out
pure.
recording takes a lot longer and is more frustrating than streaming.
Johnny, I don't want to talk about it.
Mm.
I don't want to talk
Oh
about it,
yeah.
Johnny.
How long has
I
that
don't want
been?
to talk about since July.
You have plenty of time. I'm sure you'll get there eventually, Snooty.
I'll get there eventually, but there's another project that I'd much rather work on.
All right. Well, thank you for your question.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Have a
Yeah.
good one, guys.
You too.
Thank you. We do have a text question from Kevin. He asked to Danny, what is it like having both a Mobian model and a human model, and how you manage to between the two accounts since Peachy Pop VT is used for branching out?
One is neglected and the other one gets all the food.
Which one
Correct.
is that? The human one or the Mobian one?
Mobian. I'm more active. Well, okay, to be fair, guys, I was away on vacation. Yes, I was away on vacation again. I was in Japan,
Yes.
so technically things have been kind of dead on my
the
side.
flex.
I know. It feels nice to be at Joyopolis and hold Sonic's hand. But yeah, I was away on vacation, so I'm back to being like back on that creator grind set, back to working, back to all these things, and I will be streaming as Danny very soon, very soon. Probably Jackbox.
Ooh, do Sonic
yeah.
Fibbage,
Okay.
it's fun.
I should do Sonic Fibbage. I played it, I think, like once, and it was pretty good. It was the early one though, so it didn't have too many questions. But managing both of them is kind of hard. So Peachy is taking a little bit of a rest for now, and then next year she will come back 10 times stronger, and hopefully you guys will all see what I mean by that because I'll make a video about it.
Yeah. I just realized, in terms
Yeah.
of like choosing people, should we just pick the people that raise their hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead,
Alright.
Nicole?
Yeah,
Go
Oh.
ahead, Nicole.
I mean, someone did raise their hand.
There you go.
Enter.
Come on in.
Enter if you
And
dare.
then so you can ask your question. Lance? Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question is, when it comes to like the pressure of consistently updating and like, or not the word, when you consistently like have like streams and stuff, how do you keep the momentum going? And do you feel any like negative pressure from it sometimes? And how do you deal with that?
All the time.
It helps. This is why stream schedules are actually really handy in a way, because it's almost like a to-do list for yourself in terms of like, okay, I'm gonna stream on these days. These are the days I'm streaming. And like sometimes like choosing, I would say, specific days that you want to stream on every single day. So for me, I tend to stream every, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And those are my stream days. You'll actually kind of get into the groove of it, or flow of it, I guess is the word for it.
Routine.
Yeah, like a routine almost. Burnout is definitely fair. I saw some people in chat talk about burnout as well. Burnout is a thing. I definitely would recommend having at least, if you're streaming like every week, try and have at least 1 week in the month where you're not streaming at all. I've recently started doing that, and I found myself actually not burning out nearly as much. So definitely take time to have a break. And also, if you're not well, take a break. I've literally learnt this. I streamed when I was really unwell with this cough and sore throat. That's all kind
Now
of
it's
gone.
worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's getting better now, but only because I allowed myself to rest and not stream. So be kind to your body and to yourself. Take breaks. It's okay. But a stream schedule, I would say, would help in terms of having a routine.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I've had friends on the I gotta stream every day train, or else my community is gonna forget I exist.
No.
That isn't a thing. Like you can take breaks every week, and your community is still going to be there. However, your community will not be there if you're burned out and disappear for months because of it. So taking small breaks every week is better on a long-term basis, because you can actually build longevity based of it.
Yeah, and people will be able to tell when you're burnt out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing too is 100% being on a schedule is really good. Like when I was on a schedule, I was so like motivated to just go and stream and do stuff, and you really do notice a difference. Another thing that's a really good point is if you're streaming, a lot of people ask like when is the best time to stream, And there are certain hours of the day that are better to stream. However, the most important thing to know is if you pick a specific day to stream, that is the best time. If your audience is always used to you streaming on a Wednesday, then as long as you stream on a Wednesday, you'll be fine. Around the same time. It doesn't matter if you're not streaming at like the highest point of when people are offline. Like maybe let's say Saturday is the best time. That doesn't guarantee that you'll get viewership. Being consistent on the same days is what guarantees it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the subject of knowing your audience, that is definitely relevant. Like on my case, I'm from Portugal, so Europe, and 80% of my audience is American. What does that mean for me? I cannot stream on European schedules because Americans are either asleep or at work. So I have to adapt my schedules to my audience. And yeah, sometimes that sucks. Yesterday I had a panel from midnight to 1 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. But this is what I like to do, so I adapt. And so it's very important to know your audience. Like for me, I figured out my best streaming/posting times are around 6, 7 p.m. Portugal time, because that's around the time that people are either having their lunch breaks, or if it's on a weekend, it's around the perfect time for interacting online. And it's just a matter of figuring out what your audience is and what their schedules are, and then adapting yourself to them.
Alrighty. So much I have yet to learn.
Gotta start writing these
thank you
down.
all for. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you all for answering my question. It was awesome.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Thanks
asking.
for coming, Lance.
No problem. Have a nice one, y'all.
You too.
You too.
Alrighty.
Raise thy hands.
I'm kidnapping Spark.
Whoa.
Nani?
Gee, you're so obsessed with him.
Okay, I don't want him anymore.
Yeah? Who
No,
else
you
are you
chose
gonna
him.
pick?
You chose him. You chose
Who else
him.
are you gonna pick?
No, my fate. Wait, am I the...
Invite him.
Yes.
So you still want Spark?
No.
Oh, he's in now.
Okay, we're fine. I'll
I'm
leave.
sorry.
Wait, why did I? Wait, what?
I'll leave then. Jeez.
Wait, what?
What is your question?
Well, first off, hi. It's good to see you all. Um,
Hey, Spark.
Hi. Good to see my friend. This isn't a question, but I feel like it definitely needs to be talked about. Doesn't matter which one of you does it, but could you please explain the importance of branching out onto more than one platform?
I'm not really.
You know,
I
not just
don't think
Alright,
I
guys.
should speak on this. I feel like Ciaoodee should talk about this. No, I mean, I guess in terms of like TikTok and Twitter, like non-streaming platforms are still really important. Like clips that you can edit, you can post on TikTok. I know I've had a bunch of viewers come from there. And Twitter as well, like Dee was saying, in terms of like kind of building that, I guess, streamer portfolio. And plus, it's just a wider audience that way. You get more attention and more reach if you expand to different platforms, even if they're not necessarily, streaming platforms.
Of course.
I figured
Yeah.
for me, I usually post on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I try to do Instagram, but honestly, I don't have the patience to do Instagram. But I figure I have gathered a lot of people, both from TikTok and YouTube, that end up on my Twitch. And that's something you already know, but the usage of short form content becomes more relevant each year. And so I think that the best way to go about it is having a trusted third-party system that you can use to post your clips on several medias at the same time. But I definitely think that if you have the time to dedicate to it, it is something very important to do because it's what's the word for it? It's exposure, and it is never bad to have more exposure.
Yeah, alright, here's my analogy. So, guys, if you gamble on 5 slot machines, eventually one of them will come out with a big win.
Are you talking about sunk cost?
no,
Are you
that's real.
promoting sunk cost fallacy right now?
Not the
Like-
gambling.
I'm just saying, if you gamble on 5 slot machines, one of them will win. So,
Sure.
AKA, if
Right.
you're posting on every single thing, eventually one of them will pick up. You
Why
might
don't you
get
start with
rewarded
that?
really well. Because gambling is relatable to the kids nowadays.
Well, that's not good. No.
Everyone gambles! That's what all of the free-to-play games are. It's all about gambling.
Oh, brother. But you are
Oh my
correct.
god! Oh my god! If we say
There's
let's go
been
gambling, then let's go on divorce.
Let's go gambling!
Oh
He
my
says it
god.
anyways.
Definitely
Yeah.
been situations where you can post on like one platform and it does super low, but then go on the other one and it has like thousands of views or something. It's important
That's
to
right. It's
not
all
put
about
all of your eggs in one
gambling. All
basket.
about reaching out. You know?
The fact we're gonna end the panel with Danny
Yeah.
talking about gambling.
No.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
answer one more question then, I guess.
But can we?
Probably-
I don't think we have time.
Yeah, we are out of time on that.
Gambling!
Oh,
Alright,
Danny,
that's where we
Danny,
end it.
no. Danny, no.
But it's true, guys. Look, every streamer loses before their big go
Oh,
live.
don't drive me into
Don't
this.
say that. No.
Don't listen to her.
If you know it's true, if you don't go on your big live, then how will you know if you're not winning?
Yes, stream every day.
Stream every
No.
day! Gamble!
No, that is the opposite. That is the opposite of what we're trying to teach here. It is
That's
bedtime,
true, actually.
y'all.
No, here's good advice, okay, guys? The important
Yeah.
part is not streaming, but taking your one stream and making as many clips and highlights as you can to promote people to go and check out your stream, especially all the funny
Mhm.
parts. Make sure you make
Mhm.
yourself
Yeah.
extra funny, okay? Add the laugh track in the background. It'll be hilarious.
Oh, man.
No, that is a lie.
Before Danny convinces more people to
It's not
gamble, thank you, Spike, for your
Alrighty
question.
Thank
Of course, of
you.
course. You're all
Hope you guys
wonderful.
enjoy and look forward to the next panel after this one. And we'll see you guys next
Yeah,
time.
the next panel
Yeah,
after
thank you
this
for
one.
joining, everyone.
Thank you
Take
all
Thanks
so
care.
for
much.
coming. Bye bye.
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 Bye-bye.